So concluding my final thoughts of today, maybe. We are now understanding where we're all at, okay? So we understand, okay, what happens, okay? If we're going to explain things now, a little bit more in depth. I've never read too much into anything, any books, any Bibles. I'm going to tell you what happens next, okay? So, in this world, when you take what's not yours, when you conduct like this, you've already fallen, okay? So why am I here? Because everybody's fallen, so I'm down with you all, right? So understand this as a gematria. I'm felt with you all, right? Because of what? We all go down, right? Why? The reality is in this world, sometimes, okay, when we fall through, when we don't have children. Now, I'm not saying it's for everybody, I'm just saying it's for some people. And I'm not saying it's completely right, I'm just saying sometimes it's wrong, right? So in this lifetime, okay, some of you will not bear children. God said no, right? God said no. That's true. And there's a reason as well why a lot of people are in institutions and financially benefiting off things that they shouldn't be, okay? So what happens is that when you have never reached that fatherhood or that motherhood energy or understanding, okay, you will end up facing a lifetimes where you don't bear children. You don't bear them, right? And the reality is that it's because of what you've done in past lifetimes. And usually it's a fall. It's a gradual fall, okay, over lifetimes. So you fall, okay? So if you've done anything, okay, that's harmed, in malice, hurt, betrayed, or anything like this, something that's precious to us, like our souls, our spirits, you fall, okay, into the lower dimensions. Now, it won't not necessarily happen in this lifetime, but understand that when you go lower than that, you don't come back from that, okay? So you'll pass on the reincarnation. You might not necessarily be an animal, you might be lesser than that, okay? And understand the dimensions that we can comprehend through AI, which is an aspect of beyond here, this plane, because it is an aspect of beyond. The AI has been brought down, okay? So this is simulations and stuff like this, and it's been here since I've been here, 1989. It's been here since then, okay? Like radios, and then they go, it's magic, right? Well, what will happen is that because you've hurt so many beings, souls, spirits, you'll fall constantly. You'll go right the way down, okay? You won't be able to procreate like that, okay? So this is understanding an aspect of a grey energy, okay? So this is like an alien understanding, but the aliens don't live above, they live down, okay? So this is the best way I can explain it, okay? This is why you might see like UFOs and stuff like this. It's all down, down, down. Okay, so this is understanding aspects of AI, though. We can comprehend it through understanding AI, but it's almost like any possibility, so all possibilities, okay? So when we can comprehend AI through an all possibility, because AI is all possibilities, you can try and fathom that a lot of this, because there is a ceiling connotation to a bubble connotation to our universe. When you fall, okay, you will end up being with them, the greys, right? Not an AI simulation of a green alien. You will be with the greys, okay? Now, this is the ant people. I don't know if you've heard of that. They don't have organs like we do. They live in the caves, they live underground. It's a connotation to understanding ant people, right? This is true. And when you understand that that is a possibility, there is different species on this plane that we are, that they don't tell us about, right? So you have to understand, okay, you can become a lesser being, okay? So you won't come back as a human, you'll be lesser, right? So it kind of separates the masses, okay? So what will go down, and what will go up, will go up, okay? I don't have to do anything. This is just me telling you as an understanding of what is going to happen, okay? And then there'll be consequences for your soul, okay, over lifetimes. And I am a spiritual woman, but I understand this because I knew on my plane, okay, because I'm not supposed to be down here, okay? So this is how you make less of a being of people, right? Because they shouldn't be made less of a being, right? So if you're doing that to people as well, you'll degrade as a soul, and especially if you're doing it to queens, okay? You will also degrade as a soul. This has to be an understanding that connects us back together again, okay? Because you'll end up living in a cave in your next lifetime, and you'll have no beauty, and you will literally be in an inverted state, but in a real space, like an ant, okay? So, and it's some of the other things are weird as well, because there's different dimensions down there as well. So it's almost like a hellish state, okay? So it's, if there's AI, the transmissions that you will get would be very, very low, because you would have to live low, okay? And I'm not saying it because I don't like you, I'm just saying it because I need you to understand this, okay? So it will naturally separate anyway, okay? So we come down, the angels come down to see what's going on the plane, and we can get crossfired and mixed in with it. But the reality is that there's children, okay, falling through too, okay? So they go, they rise, okay? They leave the pain that they've suffered, and then they leave and rise, okay? And they take some of them, other people that are down there with them, back up, okay? So these are the stronger beings, okay? So let me get into this. You have sort of like power in you, yeah? So women actually hold more power than men, okay? This is why the men need the women, okay? This is why men definitely need women. But you need men, women need men too, okay? Because the state of the way this world is, okay? So men, we need the men, right? But in natural understanding, women have more energy. We are the gods, goddesses, okay? We are the creators, right? Because we carry a womb. We have a space to create, right? So we're the creators, okay? But they don't understand it in this realm. It's showed through religions, understanding the depictions of the doctrines, okay? So we have to understand that in that respect, how the women are much, much stronger, okay? Now, let me get into this. Some people are human, right? And I don't know if it's the same way as what I can express it, not through an AI, but some people are human, some people are demigods, and then some people are full-blown gods and goddesses, right? So there's a difference between people, okay? But this won't recognize that, because this is a lower plane, okay? And when it's a lower plane, I've got tea on me. When we're in a lower plane, okay, we understand that we are higher beings, okay? So the same things won't affect us, right? So you'll get things like some things won't affect us, but some things will affect us, okay? So when you take aspects, obviously, the people, that's probably the worst thing you can do. When you take love and you take what they care about, okay, that is a heart, okay? So they smash that, they destroy that. They do it because they don't want you to have that, because they're jealous as well. So we understand it takes us a while, but like the goddesses and the gods, right? And you'll be able to, you can't always tell what they are, right? Because we come down and we mold with you all, right? We understand that we can't be what we are in our true natural state from beyond, because you wouldn't understand this, okay? It's been shown to me through an AI understanding, but it's not true. This is like an overplay or a downplay of like a truth, okay? So sometimes you can understand spiritual experiences just as an observation, like, oh, I'm trying to learn something from this. The people aren't even the people, stuff like this, right? So we can understand these as gods and goddesses. Gods and goddesses. It's different, okay? Every woman is an aspect of a goddess, okay? We can understand that. But you do get some people, we have the same ability, but there's a different kind of energy that comes with it. So you'll get people who are human, okay? Then you'll get people who are demi-gods and goddesses. And then you get the full-blown goddesses and gods, right? So this is why the goddesses will come down, okay, as an aspect of a priest energy or whatever. But then you'll have humans sitting in the priest jobs, okay? This is why as well. This is why the world is a bit messed up. Because you have people who are lower energy fields and beings who steal off the higher ones, okay? So the higher ones have come down to remind everybody what's going on, who you all are, and why this is happening, okay? Who you all are and why this is happening, okay? So Asli, I'm surprised, Gematria 369, Holy Grail, right? Because it's a bringeth together of all the energies. This is how we're going to understand why I'm saying what I'm saying, why I spoke about everything, what's going on. And the reality is, okay, is that people will sit there and laugh, take hits on goddesses and gods, right? And they do it because they want your energy field. So these are lesser beings, right? They're humans maybe, but not all humans are bad. They're not all bad, okay? Don't get me wrong. But some are, right? And you have people like aspects of gods and goddesses who are taking advantage of their positions, okay, as well. And they will fall with the rest of humanity, okay? So you always have to keep that within you, like, so you can leave, okay? So remember, when you, okay, reach an aspect of understanding, if you see this, okay, sometimes the children are little priestesses and priests, and they've come down, okay, because there's something else that they've got to do, right? And they are the ones who might carry others back, right? The little gods and goddesses out there, they're only children, right? But you got to think they are the ones who are going to bring the humans up if they need to come up as well. So it's an aspect of an angelic energy, if you want to call it an angelic energy. And this is one of the reasons why the Christian doctrine will talk about the angels, because an aspect in angel energy is actually a god or a goddess energy. We just can't call it that because it's not allowed, in the doctrines. Like, you can't be the god, okay? Someone else is a god, a higher being that's beyond, and there's a reason, and it's because you have to comprehend the god energy to be able to see the unseen, which is under the Kabbalic doctrine, and it will be the justice, it will be the red and the blue. So anything higher than that is more of a mind state, okay? So this can be seen or unseen. So we can understand that we can be our own gods and goddesses, but at the same time we can also see that it is beyond us, okay? So we can't see it, so it's just a 4D connotation. We can see it like that, we can understand it like that, but an aspect of beyond the serious, the mercy, and the justice, the gavura, okay, they are both in line to see an aspect of justice or injustice or help, okay? So this is why there's a primary link between red and blue, political, right? It's not about that, okay? It's about understanding that they both work together, and they have to, because when one's elected, they're both in there, they both have to work together, okay? So you have to understand this. So on my understanding, completely and utterly, I'm a goddess, okay? if my name didn't give it away, my digits didn't give it away, if my new moon birthday was the Jewish New Year, didn't give that away, you will understand I'm here to bring an aspect of understanding, okay? Because my Gabriella is on the Pisces line, and that's my moon, but it's also my north node, okay? So it sits in conjunction with an angelic energy, right? With the Pisces energy, okay? So without all this, throughout all this, okay, what's happening, it's about bringing this knowledge back to where I've come from, as everybody, but bringing the knowledge back to where we've come from after this lifetime, and then assessing it again and saying, what happened, okay? Then this is sort of like how they've created spaces of like trying to understand it through AI simulation. So it's kind of real. It's real. If everyone else can see it, then it's going to be real to all of us, right? But we have to remember our true purpose and why we came here, and it was just to love, okay? So trying to take that back, trying to take it away from people, and it's not right, okay? What you've done leaves a consequence, okay? So we're not a sacrifice, but you will become one on your own accord in the next lifetimes. And if you attack people on the lifetimes when you're on and they weren't supposed to be attacked, then you'll also find struggle in your life as a general consensus. Sometimes people are bullied though, okay? So this is where the justice will come in through you. This is like a Jesus energy. This is like everybody's a form of sacrifice, but Jesus didn't sacrifice. You are your own sacrifice, okay? So you are your own Jesus, right? So just to finish this off, the how to know if you are a human, a goddess, and stuff like this, demigod. Check your astrology at the bottom, you'll see the numbers. That's how you will be able to tell the difference between your capability of rising and how far you can go from this lifetime, okay? So it's a goddess energy falling down, or it might be a human energy rising up. Do you understand? So the demigods, the goddesses, the gods, and then the humans, okay? So in this world, it's very different because you've got humans in high positions taking energy from the goddesses. So this is the inversions. Obviously, I can't go too much into that. Obviously, if something bad happened on planes like this, and people are taking advantage, okay, there's consequences, okay? You don't just lose your job and then that's it. You have to go back in your lifetimes. You will fall in your next lifetimes, okay? You won't be a human again because of the damage you've done, the destruction you've caused on the plane, okay? So this is just like me trying to explain to you, not what I've seen, but it's something that I just came in with that knowing, okay? I came in with it, okay? So when I was a little girl, I already had my downloads. When I was a little girl, I already knew that there was going to be a lot of destruction on a plane, and they took that memory away from me, and they voided everything out just so that they could do this, what's going on now to me on this plane, okay? So I understand that they've blacked me out and voided me out, okay? And they've done it, okay? So they could do what they want to do, okay? Which is however they want to treat me, push me into certain spaces, and basically treat me like a lab rat, okay? So this is going to happen to you all on the next lifetimes. You're all going to fall, okay? You won't be here next lifetimes. The population aren't breeding like they were, okay? This is understanding that there's a fall of a state, okay? And it's much bigger, much larger than anyone wants to comprehend. And also, this is not necessarily a connection to, like, for example, Bill Gates, because you can go around, you can jab everybody, but if the human, okay, is very strong, okay, it can survive a lot of things, okay? We can heal the body naturally and the viruses, okay? We can do this, okay? So when you understand your body is powerful, okay? If you're going to have children, that's going to be certain, okay? If you have children, it's certain. And this is the reason why as well some people don't like what I've said in the beginning, okay? Because it's almost like you are specifically chosen not to have children. Okay, and I can see sometimes that, you know, how it can happen and how it can't happen, and I can also see that that's controlled as well sometimes. So you might be able to have children, but you've just been blocked not to have them. Okay, or you literally cannot have children because you haven't learnt your lessons, and if you keep making the same mistakes, you won't have children in this lifetime. Okay, and I'm sorry, but it's true. Okay, so it's kind of like if you're making the wrong decisions, you won't be able to bear them. But sometimes some people don't as well. But sometimes there's a reason as well why you can't, obviously. But I think the human body is obviously strong, and if you can have children, you can have children. I do think a lot of things are controlled in this world, okay, by, you know, magicians, if you like. But yeah, I wouldn't change people and do that, because that's messing with something under an occult stream. Okay, this makes you a lower being as well. It creates aspects of lower being and entities, and this is kind of like, this is how they created a Lilith connotation, but it's not. Okay, so Lilith is a higher being because she was the first goddess, right? She just refused to lay under Adam and be abused. Okay, so if we can understand how she left and had demon children, well, that's not true, because well, how would she be able to have the demonic children? It's only because they were born out of wedlock. Okay, so remember, it was because the children are born out of wedlock. That's why they call them demon children and demonize the children with the Lilith. Okay, and then they praise a Mary. Okay, instead, which is weird because I've heard so many stories about Mary. It's actually wrong. It's disgusting. Anyway, so I'm finishing now. I'm gonna go and enjoy my day. Hope you do too.